Hello and welcome to Our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World resorts in 2019. Today is day 119.
This morning we got up and got on Disney's website because today is the first day the tickets for Villains After Hours goes on sale, and we were trying to see if we could get opening night. Turns out we were able to, which is super exciting. So on June 6th, we will be going to Villains After Hours. We've had a very busy last few days, and so today we're just going to stay at the resort, see what they have to offer here because we haven't done a lot of the activities yet. And we're also going to get a little work done. Robert has 2 client calls scheduled. So during that time he had those back-to-back calls, I walked around the resort just to see what activities were available today and what all was going on. I noticed for the first time ever there was a hidden Mickey in the floor in the lobby. I don't know how I have not noticed this before, so I had to take a picture. And while I was in the lobby, there was a gentleman who was making homemade real leis, and they were so pretty. And they were huge, like he was putting a ton of flowers on them. It was beautiful, and I didn't have any money with me. And I was like, well, I should come back and get one. He's like, well, here are some flowers I won't be using because they're too small. So he gave me several flowers, and I went back to the room and I was like, look what I got.
Yeah, and I was like, who gave you flowers? Because this is, like, our anniversary was like a couple days ago. Why is someone else giving you flowers? And then she explained the story and it made more sense. While we were there in the room working, when she got back, all of a sudden this kid comes up to our door on the patio, because we're on the ground floor, and like starts to open the door to come in. And we just kind of turned and looked at this kid, and he looks at us and realizes we are not his family.
His eyes got really big.
Yeah.
He goes, wrong room. Closes the door real fast. So there are pros and cons to being on the first floor. Con being apparently anyone can walk in your room. We had not locked that door because I had been going in and out, sitting on the patio and coming back. So I just didn't lock the door that day. And apparently he didn't look. There are numbers on the outside. I think he just didn't realize he was one away because he ended up going to the one next to us and going in there. We could hear everyone laughing in the other room. I'm assuming he told them the story. It was really hilarious, but it was also like, we're gonna go lock that now so no one else walks in our room. Like, now I'm a little paranoid about that.
If you have a ground floor room, I recommend locking the door. Even if you just came back in for a couple minutes, go ahead and lock the door, because you never know when some confused child's gonna wander into the room and have a look of terror on their face because you are not their family. Around lunchtime, we took our leftovers from Boathouse a few days ago down to the food court and heated those up to have lunch. And then once we were done with lunch, we didn't have any more work we had to do, no more calls scheduled or anything. So we headed over poolside to participate in some activities. The first of which was an arts and craft activity that Alyssa was excited about.
I was really excited about this. So they were having everyone color these sheets that then go inside a planter, and so you can take it home and then plant a plant. And this was one of the free activities. This was not a paid activity. They were doing it in honor of Earth Month, so even though Earth Day is over, it is Earth Month. And so this was such a fun activity. I loved it so much. And I did do a video showing it because I thought it would be a really smart thing to do if I did a pano of showing the entire flower pot, because I wanted to show that it is an entire flower pot that's completely covered. However, this picture was horrifying and did not get posted. And that just goes to show that everything you see on social media is not always what really happens. I did end up taking some pretty pictures, and those are the ones that got posted. I did not post this picture, but it still makes me laugh every single time I see it.
That's the fun part about doing this, is sometimes you take really cool pictures and other times you learn what not to do.
That was a not.
But you never get to see what not to do because we don't post those on Instagram. Once we were done with the crafts, we headed over to the outside seating area by Trader Sam's because they were having trivia, and we love Disney trivia. Today was a couple different trivia categories. They had one for Disney parks and they had one for Marvel. So we were really excited about this. It was going to be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to this, and we're both super competitive, and we're a team, so it's a good thing. We're on the same team. But we were really competitive with all the other people there. We did the Marvel trivia first and came into the very end of it, and we're counting up our scores. We were 1 point away from the win.
Lost by 1 point.
Lost by 1 point. Someone had a perfect game over there, and we missed one. So close. That's okay. Disney Parks trivia is coming up, and we're like, okay, we know a little bit about Disney Parks. This could be pretty good. It's going to be all right. And I don't know where they got these questions. They're the most random things that we never thought about before, and yeah, we didn't win that one either. That
one wasn't even close.
It was a bad day for trivia for us. So we're a little out of practice. We haven't been on a Disney cruise in a while. That's usually where we play trivia. So maybe another day we'll come back and play more trivia because I kind of want to win. They are giving out some pretty cool prizes.
After those devastating defeats, we did go back to the room and do a little bit more work. We didn't have a ton going on, but we were just kind of relaxing, enjoying being here at the Polynesian. And around 8:45, we headed up to the beach because we are so excited to watch Happily Ever After from the beach here at Polynesian. We've never done this before. So we got up there and it was really busy. And I don't know why it didn't occur to us that, everyone else at the resort would do the same thing. So we got settled in, we got a spot, and the electrical water pageant came through, which is always a classic. We love this so much. All the music, all the lights, it's amazing. So we enjoyed that, and then the time came, we were all excited, and the lights light up behind the castle and the fireworks start, and you just watch everyone go. There was no music. So there are speakers on the beach. You are supposed to hear the songs from Happily Ever After on the beach, and you just see everyone kind of looking around like, what's going on? So we waited. So I went to the front and I was like, hey, there's no music on the beach. He goes, I am so sorry. We were working on it. We thought we had it fixed and we just found out we didn't because it didn't play any music. He was like, I'm so sorry, but you can still watch the fireworks. I'm like, okay, I've seen it, so I'm good, but I'll head back. So I went back up and sat down and we just enjoyed watching Happily Ever After. And this was actually kind of funny because the music is a huge part of Happily Ever After. However, we've seen it so many times, we just kind of like sang all the songs under our breath. So we're sitting there like singing and we knew where everything was. And I was like, does that go to show how often we've seen this, that we can literally just jump in the middle of this show and know where we are, what songs to sing? And it was actually really pretty because we got to really appreciate the fireworks during this one. We can't see the castle projections. We can see the castle lit up, but we can't see the projections and there's no music. So literally all we're watching are the fireworks. It was actually really pretty just because we got to actually notice the timing of the fireworks and actually see them. And normally you kind of have the whole bit. And so this was kind of nice. It was a very different experience. I prefer it with music, but
definitely
take what you can get.
After the fireworks, we were hungry, but there weren't a lot of options that we were kind of interested in. So we headed back to the place we had trivia, which is actually right outside Trader Sam's on the terrace there. And a server came over and asked if we wanted to order some food, and we said yes. We don't want a lot. We just want like a few light plates. That's why we're here. So we got the pot stickers, which are kind of the same pot stickers they have upstairs at Ohana with the sauce that was really, really good. And we got a Thai chicken and vegetable flatbread to share. More than enough food. It is a little bit late, but we wanted something to fill us up. And I wanted to try one of their non-alcoholic drinks, so I asked about a couple different ones. Turns out one of them was basically what I was making when I was up in club level when I mixed the jungle juice or the pog juice with Sprite. They had that on the menu. So that's what I ordered because I knew I loved it and it sounded really good. So I got a cup of that to go with our meal. It was a great way to end the night out here. Just the waterfall there on the terrace running, and it was really peaceful and quiet over there. Enjoyed the meal, and then we headed back to the room, and that was the end of our day today. So we'll see you tomorrow
for our Year with the Ears.